Good evening, everyone. This is Doreed Samuel Whitlock, and I am delighted to welcome everyone to another edition of Likkle Byte Ideas. And I am so excited because we have some special guests with us in our studio today. And before we get to those introductions, it is Thursday, April 21st. Tomorrow is April 22nd, and we will be celebrating tomorrow Teach Children to Save Day. I'd like to introduce my co host, Megan Samuel Fields. Megan, how are you?
Hi, Doreed. I am well. Good afternoon to our viewers and our listeners. So
Okay.
excited to be back.
Yeah, we took a little break. What were we
We
gone? We
did.
were gone for 1 week, correct?
It may have been two,
May
wasn't
have
it?
been two. Who knows? Time
Yes.
goes by
Yes,
so
it was.
quickly I can't
I
keep
tell
up.
you, it was two
Yep. So
weeks.
as
Yes,
I
it
was
was two
saying,
weeks.
tomorrow is
Teach your children to save day. Teach children to save. Isn't that awesome?
yep. And so, we put our money where our mouth is. And so we have brought or invited into our studio three amazing teenagers.
Amazing.
And so we're instead of having the grown-ups talk about what children should do and what we think they should do and what they prefer and how they handle money, let's hear it directly from the children.
Directly.
So we have two young ladies and one young man, and we're going to introduce them to you today. I'm going to start with Sienna Peters. All right. Welcome, Sienna.
Hello. Hi.
All
Hi,
righty.
Sienna.
And we will move over. We'll put the young man in the middle. Asafa Donovan is here, and he is the only male in our studio today. Asafa, what's up, man? What's up?
I'm good, thank you. Good afternoon.
Hi,
Great.
Asafa.
Welcome, welcome. And of course, we have Jai Francis Christopher.
Hi, Jai.
Hi, Jai.
Hi, everyone.
Great, great. So we have our amazing teenagers. And so we're going to get started in our discussion. But Megan, tell us a bit about what's going on. It's Financial Literacy Month. Tell us about the initiatives that we have ongoing, what we can expect before we jump into our discussion.
Okay, so my backdrop says it all. We're celebrating Financial Literacy Month, which is the month of April. And you know, at SFCG, we're always doing something different, something new, something innovative. So we partnered with SJCCU and
Which is St. John's Cooperative Credit Union.
Good point. I need to be careful with my
Yes, we use so many acronyms. We
acronyms,
assume that
right.
everyone knows what we're talking
That's
about.
so true. So we've partnered with St. John's Cooperative Credit Union. And so it's in two parts because we're doing some work with the St. John's Cooperative Credit Union on financial wellness. And we have a program that we're working with the team there, the employees there on their financial wellness, which was launched in April. But we've also teamed up with St. John's Cooperative Credit Union to launch our financial literacy program where we are focusing on savings and having children save. So tomorrow, you mentioned it earlier, tomorrow is Teach Children to Save Day. And so we are going to be having a launch. And what we'll be doing in the next 2 weeks is visiting certain schools and primary schools, that is, and interacting with the students, playing a game called the Game of Life, which is fashioned off of the board game, the Game of Life, that we played when we were younger. It's now for children and very interactive. The children will have a choice of careers. And once they choose their careers, they'll know what amount of money they'll make each month. And then they would have to make certain decisions with their money. What kind of house are they going to live in? What type of transportation are they going to get? And they're going to have a budget sheet, and we're going to show them how to prepare a budget. teach them some financial terms, and have fun in the process. We did this with CT Samuel School a few weeks ago, and it was awesome. So we're doing it on a larger scale with SJCCU to ensure that we get the message across to the young people we need to save. So that's what we're doing in the month of April. But we have lots of other things coming up, still focused on the youth. We are going to be having YOLO Youth Summit. And young people out there, I know you know what YOLO means. You only live once. But for us here, we are using YOLO, but YOLO means youth, opportunities, lessons, and outcomes. And so we're going to have a virtual conference where we will be having our incubator. We're going to have about 10 to 15 youthpreneurs, and they're going to showcase their products and their services. We're going to have several presenters, both local and international speakers. The topics are going to be wide and varied. We've listened to the young people, and so we know they're interested in cryptocurrency, Bitcoin. They're interested in their mental health. They're interested in music, sports, and overall wellness. They're interested in the environment as well. And so we are putting together a really interesting, dynamic, and creative package for the young people. But the idea is we want our young people to become more financially literate, more financially empowered, so that they can make a difference. And in addition to that, we're having a video contest. So we're going to have...
You know what? Let's deal with the video contest later. Yeah. Because we're going to show a video and we're going to get into it.
Yeah.
Say that again.
I've been talking too much, so let's move on. You can talk about that later.
I didn't say that.
I did.
I didn't see that. You should see Asafa's face. I didn't say that. All right.
I'm just excited, okay?
We all are, but let's give our youth the mic a little bit. That's why we brought them here. Absolutely. We're going to come back with some messages and some housekeeping things. But just to get everyone warmed up, I'm going to ask everyone the same question. And the question is, why is it important to save? Asafa, let me start with you. Just tell us in your own words very quickly. Why is it important to save as a young man?
Good afternoon. I think it's very important to save because it helps you to not only be able to have money in the future, but you can also use it to buy little things that you want. And let's say teenagers, we normally get an allowance. Well, most teenagers get an allowance every week or every day. And you don't have to spend all the money. You can save, let's say 25% of the money, and then you can keep the money that you saved and then buy something you'd like. Let's say, because the allowance, most likely you buy a snack at school or lunch at school, but then when you come home after school, you're not going to have any money. But if you save, let's say 25% of the money, then you'll be able to buy things that you would like.
Love it.
Thank you so much for that. That's really good advice. Grown-ups, you better listen up. 25% it is. So, you can tell this young man, Asafa, he has put some thought into it. So, Asafa, is that your target? You save around 25% of your allowance?
Yes, I do.
That's fantastic. Nice. Do you use a piggy bank or how do you do it?
I use a piggy bank.
Okay. That's wonderful.
Nice.
Jai, let's come over to you. Tell us, why is it important for you to save?
It's important to save and manage your money so you always have some left in case if something bad happens. Like, let's say, like COVID-19. A lot of people lost things because they never saved money. So and a lot of young people and adults tend to splurge the money they get immediately. Like they spend hundreds of dollars in in the span of 2 weeks or so. I think it's important to save money so you always have enough in case of things go down and you're able to provide for yourself and your family members.
Nice. Good
That's
point.
wonderful. Is
You
there
always
a
need to have an
percentage that you
emergency
recommend?
fund.
Yeah. And it's always good to have extra money on hand, not only for necessities, but also for like small little pleasures, like little trinkets or traveling. I love to travel, and it's one of my goals to be able to have a stable job that I can travel every once in a while.
Okay.
And
Nice.
there's also a big traveling thing I've always wanted to do, but I know I'm gonna have to save a lot for that.
So one of our mottos is little by little. So you can
Little by
start little.
little.
Yep.
Good stuff.
So, Jai, just a question. Where's the most interesting place that you traveled to thus far?
Let's see. Where have I been that's interesting? Puerto Rico.
Okay.
Okay.
You like to
Nice.
shop, huh?
No, I don't like to shop.
You don't? Wow. Okay. What did you like about Puerto Rico?
I like the sights. I like the activities, the amazing
Okay.
food.
So you're
The
a
food is
sightseer.
amazing.
That's
I'm
wonderful.
with you, girl. I'm with
I
you.
love the food. I love trying
Yeah,
new foods.
yes, the food in Puerto Rico is amazing. Mofongo.
Habla español, Jai?
No.
Oh,
Okay. Well, this is all interesting. Well, it's great to know about your savings habits, and also, some of your goals, some of the things that you want to do, because clearly it's always more focused when you're saving towards a particular goal. So thanks for sharing, Jai. Sienna, tell us,
Okay,
why is it
so
important to save?
saving in general is great because it can keep you financially flexible. What you can do to help you even save is maybe create a triangle of your priorities and then your wants and needs. Because a lot of times some people can mix up their wants and needs and then they won't have enough money, like Jai said, to really use it for the emergency funds. So that's a great idea to save. Yeah.
nice.
I'm telling you, these young ones, they got it. They're bringing the business.
I
They
didn't
are
know the
letting us
difference.
know
I
the
didn't know the
deal.
difference. I didn't know the difference between wants and needs when I was that age. For me, everything was a need.
Oh yeah, one or
You know, I
or it
thought
didn't matter. You
everything was a
just you
need.
just went after it. You just purchased it. You didn't even think about that.
Well, I probably was like a baby. I want.
All
But we still
righty.
keep for you
Well,
guys
thanks
to
for
have it
sharing.
packed.
Now, another question that I have, and I'll go into reverse order to mix it up a bit. Now, I want you to think about something that you have on your wish list that you probably can't afford right now. Whatever you're getting for your allowance. In fact, whatever they're getting, Megan, I'm sure it's much more than we ever got back in our day. I'm embarrassed to say what we used to get. But whatever you're getting now for your allowance, is there something on your wish list that you cannot afford right now? We'd love to know what that is. Tell us how you would go about saving for it. So take a moment to think about this carefully. Think about something that you'd love to have. It's on your wish list. However, it's not something you can purchase based on what you get every week, every day, every month in your allowance, in your Christmas money and the birthday money and what have you. So tell us, number one, what is something that's on your wish list and how are you going to go about saving for it? Sienna, let's start with you.
Okay, so something on my wish list is a new laptop, so a MacBook. And right now, I do not have enough for a MacBook.
How much does it cost?
More than my allowance and my savings for sure.
But have you written it down? Do you know how much you're saving towards, or some estimate? Is it?
I have about an estimate, yeah.
So what is it? $300?
Maybe about 500, not EC.
And is that EC or US?
Oh no, US.
Yes.
So $500 US. Okay. So how are you going to go about getting that money?
So about once a week, I may get maybe $20. So if
20
I
EC or US?
EC.
Okay.
So I haven't done this yet, but I could maybe do the math and add it up of what I may get in a year, change it to US, and see how long it will take me to get the MacBook. And also, I can start maybe doing more chores or compromising with my parents on what I can do to get more money.
And don't forget to hit up the grandmas
That too.
and the aunties. And maybe, you know, I hear there may be a job in the making, and doing your little side hustle. You know, there's so many things that you can consider to get that money. But good luck, you know. There's a video contest coming up. Maybe you'll enter and have some luck. You never know. All righty. Well, thanks for sharing.
Thanks, Sienna.
Asafa, tell us. Same question. Tell us about something that is not within your reach right now, but it's on your wish list. You wish you could have it. Tell us how you're going to go about getting that item.
So in my free time, I like to play Fortnite and video games, and I would love to play video games on a gaming PC with a colorful keyboard, but it's very expensive. It's $1,500, and
Is that EC or US?
I think it's EC. Hopefully, it's EC.
Okay,
I'm not
I
sure.
hope so. Okay.
Yes, and yes, I really want it, but I don't have enough money at the moment to buy it.
So how are we going to get this money, Asafa?
Well, I'm in a box with 9 people, and
A
I pay.
box?
Yes, I am.
You throw your hand?
Yes, I do.
What? I love it. Wow. So it's a weekly box or a monthly box?
A weekly box.
Okay. And how much is one hand?
Well, for a full hand, it's $40, but I can't
Okay.
afford $40, and my sister can't afford $40. So we joined a hand. So I pay half and she pays half. So we pay $20 each. So yes, so you can do that. Also, you can do chores around the house, as Sienna was saying. You can do chores around the house and earn money, your allowance, and as you said, hit up the grandmothers. So yes.
Fantastic. I love it. That is so great about you joining a box. That is fantastic. Most kids join it. When I was your age, I didn't even know what a box was. I might have heard my mother talking about it, but a box, that is phenomenal. Yeah, well, good luck. Again, we have a contest. Try your hand. Who knows? We have a video contest giving away $500. We'd love to give it away to some deserving person who comes up with the best video. We're going to talk about that later. So, Jai, tell us what is on your wish list. Tell us the cost and tell us how you're going to go about meeting that financial goal.
This is a recent thing I've always wanted to do, but this is probably going to be 10 years into the future. But it's the only thing right now I can think of that I would need to save a lot for. I already said I would love traveling, and I love food, trying the food. I wanted to go one day I told my cousin I wanted to go on this big traveling spree and try every food, as much food as I could.
Fantastic. What's your favorite food? What country? What's on your itinerary? Tell us some countries you like to visit and the food.
I've always wanted to try stuff like Mexican street food. Places in Europe. I've never been to the East before. I've always wanted to go to the East and try their foods as well.
To go where?
Places like the East, continents, nice. Europe,
Fantastic.
Even Japan. I've always wanted to go to Japan and try the ramen, authentic ramen. I love ramen, but I always want to try the real authentic Japanese version.
Fantastic.
Let's make it a date, Jai. Let's make it a date.
I said I wanted to go with my cousin and maybe a few of my friends. I don't know, 1 or 2. And we would just travel for a good, few weeks. I just
Awesome.
travel. I try the food.
So are you going to
And
go upscale Airbnb? What's the deal? Is it going to be a very high-end trip? Is it going to be a budget trip?
I'm not entirely sure because this is recent. Like a good month ago, I was thinking about this, and I
I'm
knew
just
this is
trying to
gonna
help you
be.
get your budget together. These are some of the considerations.
Yeah, I knew I was gonna. This is gonna be a long time before I was able to actually think about doing this. I knew as soon as I got a job, I would start saving immediately. Start
Nice.
saving immediately. Just put a little bit of money away every just up to the amount and I was gonna start figuring out the expenses, budgeting myself
Hmm.
so I would have enough and not go overboard. And I would gonna try my best to make this happen.
That is fantastic. That
Nice.
is such a
Nice.
great, long-term goal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And looking at, the other two, your colleagues here, their goals are more immediate.
yeah,
But in your case, you're going to have to not just get a job, you probably need to get a college degree
yep.
so that you can get
This is
a
what I
job
said.
that makes,
10
a lot
years.
more.
Mm-hmm.
And who knows, while in college, you can probably do the research, maybe get to, depending on where you go to school, you may be able to, for example, Mexican food. I happen to, I've been to California a lot. There's a lot of great Mexican food in California. You're so close to the border that, that's where I first fell in love with Mexican food. I mean, some of the moles and all this stuff that, you really have to be into it. So, yeah, I'm excited for you. You're such a great storyteller. I am actually seeing the trip and tasting the food and smelling it.
Exactly.
And
That's why I'm going to be tagging along. You might be a chaperone. So hey, I won't mess up
I'll be an
the
adult by
nice.
then.
meaning
Yeah,
you
but
may be tagging
still.
along by Instagram, but that's okay.
Maybe my Instagram. But you know what I gotta say
Sarcasm,
though? What
probably.
you know what I have to say? I'm so glad you came up with that particular goal because some goals are short term, some goals are medium term, and some goals are long term. And I think we've kind of seen that here. And what's important is first off that you have a goal. And that's why Dewey was asking if you know the amount and that kind of stuff, because sometimes it's not enough just to say, I want to save to buy whatever the thing is. It's
Hmm.
good to know exactly what it is because that then takes you to the next step. Now that you know
Yes.
what you want to save, how are you going to go about saving it? And if it's something that you can do in the short term, if it's something you can do in the medium term, or if it's something you can do in the long term. And short term normally means 2 to 3 months, maybe up to 6 months. Medium term would take you maybe a year or a little bit more. Long term is beyond 2 years.
But she said
So,
10 years, so I think that's reasonable.
oh, absolutely,
She'll
absolutely.
be
But
in
I'm
her
saying,
mid-20s. She'll be finished college.
yep.
You
So I'm
know,
saying the beauty about it is that you know about it now. And so you can put a plan in place now, as you all can and should put a plan in place and start your budgeting, start your saving. So this is really nice.
yeah, let grandma and everybody else know for all the Christmases between now and then, they can pay it forward to this trip. Get creative. But no,
Lovely,
this is very,
lovely.
very exciting. Now, another question, and I'm really excited about the answers you guys are giving. Somebody raised the issue earlier about wants and needs.
Mm-hmm.
Give me some examples. I want for all of you, and I am going to start with Kai. I'm sorry, Jai. I keep saying Kai because I know Kai. I'm sure you get that a lot, right? Because Kai is so common. So
It
Jai,
would not
tell
be
me.
imagine the names I've gotten that were not even
Oh
close to
my
my name.
goodness,
I've
I
gotten
can
joy.
imagine.
Joy. I don't
Joy.
know where that
Okay.
got from.
Because it's a 3 letter word, J.
Yeah,
Beginning with J.
Joy.
they look at it. They think the A's are oh yeah.
Yeah.
People see what they want to see. I'm telling you.
The amount of
Yep.
names I've gotten that weren't even related to my name. I don't know where they got them. I'm used
Yep.
to it.
All righty. So, Jai, here's the question I have for you, and everybody else listen up because I'm going to come around and ask everyone the same question. I want you to list for me two wants and two needs.
Okay, so there's a big difference between a want and a need.
Okay, tell us
A
what the
lot of people
difference
don't
is, and
see
then
it.
tell us two things so we can see the contrast.
So a want is like something like, I don't know, a new toy or a fancy car that you wanted to treat yourself to. A need is something like, let's take the nice sports car. That's a want. Like a small old budget family car is probably something you need, especially if you have a big family.
Get you from point A to point B.
And another need could be like food, stuff to put on the table. That's a need, a necessity for your life, the way of life.
Give
So
So
me
that's
another
a
example
need.
of a want and a need. What
so
would, along the food line? Okay, so
along the
food
food line,
on the table is a need. Tell me something that's a want.
that's related to food, like
Yes.
let's go into detail. A want is like a big cake or something for no reason at all. Not a no birthday, no special occasion, just a big cake for you to eat. That's a want.
Mhm.
A need is something like, even if it's a cake, it could be like a birthday, like a small homemade cake for a birthday.
Cupcake
That a cupcake or something. It's not exactly a
for
need,
your
but it is.
snack.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice. Nice.
a need is like actual food to put down on the table, like a
Mhm.
warm meal, a breakfast, something to eat.
Yeah.
Something to hit that spot. Not to fill your belly necessarily, but just to hit that spot. That's
Yeah,
you know take you out
something
of
to.
hunger.
Yeah.
Good
I
stuff,
I
Jen.
know
Good
that very well. Sienna, tell us how do you distinguish between a want and a need, and of course give us some examples to show us the contrast.
Okay, so a need would be something that you have to live or function with, and you can't do without it. A want is something that may improve the quality of your life or make it better, just something that you've been wanting for a long time, literally a want. So, for instance, a need may be water, like Jai said, the specific foods that may not be the biggest thing, but it can fill your belly. Shelter as well. It doesn't have to be a house, but something to just provide you shelter, even if it's a little hut in the middle of the woods. Um, a want may be something like a new car, but the car may not be something that takes you from A to B. It may take you from A to B and a half to look fancy to take you back
You
to
guys are
A
too
again.
funny.
And then another want may be clothes, but not just a plain old shirt. Maybe something that's more expensive that will just that you can indulge in and enjoy.
Mm.
Very
Like a
good. You
name
guys are
brand.
too smart. You guys, our future is bright, Megan.
Very bright.
Our
Very
future is
bright.
bright. I'm telling you, you guys are too smart. Asafa, tell me, how do you differentiate between a want and a need? And let's hear some examples.
So a want is something. So a need is something that you cannot live without, and a want is something that you just like and it's not necessary. And
Mhm.
okay, so I have two things: clothes and food. Food can be a want and a need because let's say food, you need lunch, you need breakfast and dinner, and it doesn't have to be pizza. Pizza is a want, but a need is something that is just food. It helps you, it fills your stomach, and it's not something like junk food is a want. And
Mm.
clothes,
Like a
um
bread and cheese.
Yes.
KFC.
And clothes, you don't have to get the latest shirt and the name brands. That's a want. But the needs are, you need, you obviously need a shirt and the pants and underwear. You need them, but it doesn't have to be something that let's say it's Gucci or Chanel.
Wow.
It doesn't have to be those big brands. It could just be something, because yeah, that's what you want. So you want those big brands. Yeah.
Oh
Good
my
stuff.
goodness.
Good stuff.
I
Good
hope we
stuff.
have parents listening. I have to say, I hope the parents are listening. And if you are, please drop us a note, as well as anyone else who's following this. This has been a phenomenal discussion. These children are on point. They put a lot of grown-ups to shame. And we're really enjoying this conversation. But we're going to take a short break. We're going to show a quick video for our conference that's coming up, the virtual YOLO conference. And of course, YOLO for the young people means you only live once. Well, we feel, yes, you only live once. If you only live once, make your money count. If you only live once and you spend your money right, all you need to do is to live one life. So we know there's an instinct. It comes with being young, where you just want to live life to the fullest. But we're here to try to get young people on a path where they can live their best future by making great financial plans. And just by the comments and the responses from our young people here today, we recognize that, listen, they have bright futures, they have big dreams, but also they have plans to get them there. So, Aaliyah, let's get our video. We're going to learn more about the YOLO conference, the virtual YOLO summit, on June 5th. And we hope that all of our young people here in the studio will be a part of it. Even though they may be a little young, we have a cutoff date at 15, but we do make some exceptions. And everyone who knows young people, or you're a young person between the ages of 15 and 30, we invite you to be a part of the YOLO conference. Take it away, Aaliyah.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here, you can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that could go to space. With the air, like I don't care, baby, by the way. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Here come bad news, talking this and that. Well, give me all you got and don't hold it back.
All
That music
right.
is awesome.
Great. So, to our young people, we are so proud of you and your vision and the way you embraced money. Megan, are there any questions or comments that we need to take at this
You
point?
surely are. There are many. So I was
Oh
going to
my
say to you,
goodness!
we need
Wow,
to.
these are rock stars. These children are rock stars. Let's hear
are.
some of the comments.
So the first one is from Juliet Simon. Good afternoon. Congrats to the young people on the show. Proud of them all. And then we have one from, this person says, it's Mac McCullough, but I think you guys know who that is. Great point, Sasafa. I think she's a teacher, isn't she? And then good advice, Jai. And she also says, great comments, Sienna, regarding wants, needs, and priorities. Then we have Andrea Samuel. She says, thanks for the advice, young people. When I grow up, I want to be just like you. Andrea, me too. Me too.
Me too.
And then we have Juliet Simon. Great ideas from the young people. We, the adults, can learn from them. And that's so true. From the mouth of babes, we need to listen. C. Deborah Burnett, she says, I love the idea of our young people joining a box. Great idea, Asafa. I also love the fact that all of you have a goal. Very important. That is so true. Having goals,
Absolutely.
important. Michelle says, your guests this session are hitting every point. They are well informed and practical. Congratulations, youngsters. Continue pursuing your financial goals. Thank you so much, Michelle. Jason Gilead, he says, I'm so proud of these young people. Big up to my nephew, Asafa.
Ah.
All right. Good stuff. Keep the comments coming.
Yeah,
Really
I'm so blown away by this group. But folks, we've asked you all to prepare a statement on money management. And so I can't wait to hear these statements because you're all such shining stars.
Shining stars.
So Asafa, we're going to start with you. Would you please share your 60-second statement with us about money management?
Okay. Personally, I think that money management is critical, especially as a youth. Most teenagers get an allowance, weekly, daily, etc. It is important to save some of that money for other things you may need or want in the future. Every day, I get $20 and maybe a little bit of change during the week, and I always try to save about 25% of it. Because of my money management skills, I'm able to buy lots of things that I want. I'm also in a box with 9 people. I pay $20 every week, every Wednesday, and that also helps me buy the things I want. So, money management is a skill that I think every young person should have because it would help lots in the future.
Awesome.
Asafa for Minister of Finance. I don't care what anyone says, okay? I'm speaking that into existence.
Oh, yeah.
Minister of Finance, 10 years from now is what? Let's put 20 years. 20 years. I've got some more experience.
20 more years.
Yeah. So what, 2042?
Yep.
I hope we're still
and he
around.
nods, so hey.
Okay, I've spoken that into existence.
Oh, yes.
What a fantastic message.
Fantastic.
We're going to ask you to email that to Megan so that we can publish that. That is such a powerful statement.
And I like what you said about it being a skill. And it's a skill we all need to learn. So that's a really good point. Thanks so much, Asafa.
What a great, what a powerful young man with a good head on his shoulders.
Oh yeah, solid guy, solid.
I'm telling you. Sienna, we invite you to make your statement on money management.
Okay, money is very important in life. It's not everything, but it makes things a lot easier because it allows you the ability to choose and have options. Preparing yourself financially as a youth and just in general, no matter how far you are in life, is great, and you should never avoid it. When you save and budget money, it allows you to be flexible by not breaking the bank and being able to purchase wants and needs. So later in life, you feel financially balanced. This is not just one thing you do maybe once a year. It's a lifestyle that you should continue to do.
Awesome.
My goodness, where did we get these children?
Another minister of finance here. So hey.
Yes. Asafa, you have some competition. Maybe y'all would be on the same party. I don't know.
I like what you said, Sienna. There's a balance that we need to have, and it's not a one-off thing. It's a constant thing that we have to make
a lifestyle. And we say that a lot here. Mindset is about getting the knowledge, but lifestyle is actually putting these things into practice.
Yep, so true. And the earlier, the better.
Absolutely. Okay, Jai, I can't wait. Tell us. It's time to make your statement on money management.
Okay. Money is a big thing nowadays and has been. It's a commodity of trade and is basically everything that's been going on these days is what everybody's been concerned about. But it's not well, it is a necessity right now. Um, a lot of people tend to, I've already said this, but a lot of people tend to splurge and get carried away with how they spend their money. Some people spend it immediately, not giving a care about what will happen next. And others sometimes hoard their money, and I really don't. I get that they do want to save, but sometimes they just keep it there. It doesn't happen. Nothing happens with it. They don't do anything with it. Which it just sits there. They don't spend. They don't do anything. So there like Sienna said, there needs to be a balance of what you do. You don't spend too much and you don't save too much, because there is a thing such a thing as saving too much. You have to take care of the thing. You have to take care of the things you need first, then the things you want. There's the big thing that a lot of people don't do. They tend to focus on their wants other than their needs, which gets a lot of people into trouble.
Excellent.
So yeah,
Fantastic. I wish I could bottle all of this and just spread it to young people everywhere.
And adults.
And adults, for
Adults,
sure. For sure.
We need that. A lot of adults don't do what you say, or do what you said, in that they don't spend, they don't save enough. And Jai, I like what you said, you looked at both sides, because you're so right. Some people get so fixated on hoarding money, putting it in the bank, and not doing anything with it. And it made me think of the story in the Bible, do you read, with the man who got 2 talents.
My favorite story.
I know. And he buried it. And, but at least God said he should have put it in the bank. But even sometimes just hoarding your money in the bank isn't necessarily the best thing you can do with your money.
You have to make your money work for you.
You have to make your money work for you.
And that's all about the training, the knowledge, getting the information, learning about investments, and just given how engaged these young people are. I can see them getting into stocks and bonds and investments and mutual funds. Once they get older, they go to university.
Yeah. Awesome.
Very, very, very nice. Do we have any additional questions, any comments that we want to capture here today?
Yes, there is another one from Juliet Simon. Doing great, Asafa, from your Auntie Anne.
Fantastic.
Asafa.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So, Megan, you want to tell us a bit about the video contest? I mean, if I had 3 prizes right now, I would just give it to these young people. They are winners before we've even gotten started. Do we need to have a contest? Because as far as I'm concerned, we're looking at 3 winners right here.
Well, they're winners, period.
Yeah, they're the VIP category.
From them being winners, we're now talking about a video competition. So we are having a YOLO video competition. And this competition it's open now. You can go on our website, samuelfieldsconsulting.com, to get all the information. But the idea is that we're going to have 2 categories, from 11 to 18 and from 19 to 30. And we want you to upload videos of, the theme has to do with something about financial management, money management, financial literacy, whether it's about savings or budgeting or whatever you want to for your topic. And it can be as creative as you want it to be. So it could be a song, it could be a dramatic presentation, it could be a combination.
Could be eating a food like Jai likes to, she's a foodie. It could include something, like around that topic.
Yeah. So we are leaving the creativity to you. But the idea is we want you to come up with a video. It has to be 90 seconds or less. And basically show us what your thoughts are on financial literacy, financial, money management, and have fun in the process. There is going to be a prize. So $500 will be the prize for the 2 categories. I know we all can do with some money. So let's start getting creative, start thinking about what you can do, how you can make your video unique. And it doesn't have to be an individual endeavor. It could be a group. So if you and your friends want to get together and put a video together, you can do that. But go to our website, Samuel Fields Consulting Group. The registration information is right there, and the criteria and everything you need to know is right there. So start getting your creative juices flowing.
And I also want to add the deadline is June 1st.
All right.
So you have a little time to put some thought into it. Not a whole lot, but it's not a rush to do it this weekend. You can put some thought into it. Get your storyline together, your plans, your strategies, do your demos, and get your feedback from your friends. Also, when you go to our website, you need to go under our education and events page. That's where it is. So go to education and events and you will see YOLO video contest. You click on all of the information that you need is there. You can fill out the entry form right online, upload your video. It needs to be a link. So you whether you save it to YouTube or some other platform, it needs to be a link. And again, 90 seconds or less. And we want some drama. We want something that sizzles. We want a message that can become the message, the national message for all the youth in Antigua, and get some real publicity for it. And of course, you get to win some money. And for Asafa, that's a couple of box hands, man. $500. How many box hands is that? He's doing the math.
He's trying to do the math. Lots.
So it's 500 divided by 40.
I'm not really good at math. Let me. Sorry.
That's okay. We're not going to put you on the spot. We're not going to put you on the spot.
1240 is a 480, so it's like, a good that could be a box hand for the year. All right, you see the smile on his face? I love this guy. The sound of money. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are so happy with our discussion that we had today, but we are going to begin to wind down our discussion. And I just want to give everyone a minute or so to talk about why money is important to your future.
Before we start, we have one more. Before we start, we have one more.
Sure, go right ahead.
One more message. It's from Michelle Sterling. She says, I encourage young people to begin investing in the stock market now. It is so much fun to see your investment grow, no matter how small. Very good point.
That's a great point. And of course, tomorrow is Earth Day.
Yep. Earth Day well as.
And so while we are focused on saving the earth, we like to say at SFCG, also focus on saving your money.
Absolutely.
That's a part of the earth that we sometimes overlook. Save the earth, save your money. Very important.
Excellent.
So I'm going to give everyone about a minute or so to talk about why it's important. Again, tomorrow is Teach Children to Save Day. And we want to thank you for sharing your insights, your ideas, and your aspirations with us. And we're going to give everyone a minute to tell us why saving is important to your future. The future that you envision for yourself. Why is it important to save towards your future?
Before we start that, remember, this is Likkle Byte Ideas Show. We have to get their ideas.
You're
their
right.
Idea.
So you know what? Let me switch the question. We'd love to hear your ideas. It could be about anything. Hopefully, it's about money, it's about your future. Tell us one idea that you have that's going to take you into the future. So, an idea that will make your future brighter. Take a minute to think about it. I can see Asafa, I can see the mind churning. Sienna is looking down. Jai is focused on it.
Is this like a Jeopardy?
Yes. We need to get that music. So, Sienna, we're going to start with you. Tell us one little idea, small, big, or in between, that's going to help you in the future.
Okay, I believe that a lot of money shouldn't make future me happy, but being financially stable with emergency funds, want funds, need funds, priority set up would make me happy.
Wow.
I love it.
That's
so
deep.
You have all these buckets.
Okay, excellent.
Fantastic. Thanks
so
for
you're
sharing.
going to set up these funds, these little funds.
Yes.
Like that.
Yes. No, that's great. That's really good advice.
Yes.
I mean, at your age, what did I know about emergency?
Nada.
I guess COVID showed us what emergency savings and what emergency funds really, where they really come in.
Yep. So true.
Okay, Jai, let's hear what your little idea is. Something that's going to take you into the future.
I'm not entirely sure because I'm not entirely set on my future yet. I don't know fully what I'm going to do because there's a lot of options that I love.
That's fine.
Yeah. But I do think maybe even while during school, I will start to do like a small part-time job to save money even then, so I can always provide for myself. I know my parents will most likely always be there for me because they always have been and they've promised they always will be. And I trust them on that. But I want to be able to support myself at an early age, so I'll be able to do it much easier when I get older. I will always take help if I need it. I will be stubborn, like I know some people have been, which just leads to the downfall. But I will, when I know I can support my own self, I will, and I will try my best to do it.
Awesome.
Fantastic.
So you're gonna try and get a part-time job.
Small part-time job.
That's good. And jobs at an early age, it's not just about the money. It teaches you so much more. Responsibility,
discipline,
the
social skills.
Yeah. So I endorse that. That's a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Jai.
Asafa, can't wait to hear your little idea.
I think that is very important to have your own mindset and not give in to peer pressure because it can affect opportunities that you would like to get in life in the future. So let's say your friend is doing drugs and they tell you to do it, you can avoid that crowd and try not to give in to peer pressure.
That's deep. Love it.
I'm telling you.
And you know what helps with that? If you have a goal. And you have your goal, and your goal is not to be doing drugs and the things like that. So you have a goal and you focus on that. And don't let anything deter you. Good stuff.
This is great. This has been amazing. Do we have any final thoughts, Megan? Any comments?
Let me check. No, I think yes, we have I read the last one. So that's
okay, fantastic. We want to thank our amazing audience for being a part of the show. If you have children, whether your own children, relatives, children that you have access to or influence, be sure tomorrow to call them up or to give them some good advice about savings. Perhaps make your own statement about money management, something that you can share with a young person who can use this advice to begin to map out a bright future. We also encourage you, if you have young adults, tell them about the YOLO video contest, a great idea for them to get their message out there, be more focused on money management and financial literacy. And of course, what child, what young person doesn't want to win $500? And so the YOLO contest is now open. Deadline is June 1st. The YOLO Summit will be on June 5th. It's a Sunday. It's from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Registration is actually open. Registration started today. So you feel free to go on our website. As soon as you go on our website, you'll see the icon you can click on and register. Secure your seat. Seats are limited. And we're going to have about 15 different sessions that you can choose from. We're going to be focused on those of you who have career goals, and then those of you who know that you want to start a business. That, you know, the career path may not be your first preference, but your ultimate goal is entrepreneurship and starting your business. We have a bunch of different classes and sessions geared specifically to you. We're also going to look at the influence of music and money, the influence of sports and money. We're going to look at your mental health. So different aspects of money and how they can affect your money management skills at a very early age. We're here to create the next generation of successful men and women. And I see that we have a comment. We can take it away.
Final comment. This is from Deborah Burnett, and I happen to know she's the mother of 3 young children, probably just approaching teenage years. And she says, a goal is very important indeed. Great job, Asafa, Sienna, and Jai. Thank you so much for all your ideas. And I second that. Great job, Asafa, Sienna, and Jai.
Yep, you guys are rock stars.
Rock stars.
And we want to thank you for your contributions. Hopefully we'll have you back before June 5th to awesome. Talk about your progress, your plans. We really enjoyed having you guys on the show. And so to you, our guests, and everyone who's been supporting the show, we want to thank all of you for joining us here today as we continue to focus on Financial Literacy Month throughout the month of April. Megan, any last words before we sign out?
So I just want to say thank you again to these awesome teenagers, Asafa, Sienna, and Jai, and just want to reiterate to all the young people out there that it's never too early to start saving, to start planning, to start getting your goals in order, because life happens. I mean, you blink and it's going to be 10 years from now. So it's always good to start, and start small. Our motto is little by little, we will get there. So I encourage all young people, start small, but start to save. Start to, even the books that you read, every so often, see if you can pick up a personal finance book and see how you can get ideas and tips on saving, on investing, things like that. So tomorrow, Teach Children to Save Day. We're all going to get on board, and we're going to encourage others to save.
Miss Fields, there's another comment.
Oh, I missed that. Thank you. So there's another comment. Oh, this is from a pastor, Reverend Bonnie E.B.W. Smith. And she says, this is absolutely brilliant. Tips that all our youth can learn. Isn't that true? Thank you so much, Sister Bonnie.
Fantastic. And of course, we cannot leave out another phenomenal youth. We have Aaliyah, who is behind the scenes.
Oh, yeah.
She is our technical assistant and helps us out from week to week. We cannot do this ourselves. We wouldn't know where to start.
Definitely not.
Or maybe we could start, but we wouldn't know where to continue. So Aaliyah, we want to take the opportunity to thank you as well for your phenomenal support throughout the past months. And say that again.
Nicholas.
And also
Although the
Nicholas,
Yep.
our nephew Nicholas, he's also a part of the technical team. Thank you for your support and for making us look like we have it together. But we really rely on the youth to power our show. So to everyone, it's been a phenomenal evening. We hope to do
has
this
been.
again next week. We're going to talk to another group of young people. They're going to be a bit older, in the older category. And we're going to talk to them about their savings, their money habits, and in this case, they actually have started a business. So college kids with a business, it's going to be another interesting discussion. You can't afford to miss it. So from the team at Likkle Byte Ideas, and of course our guests, we're going to sign out and thank all of you for joining us and wishing all of you a great evening and a great weekend. We'll see you again, same time next Thursday on Likkle Byte Ideas. Bye, everyone.